Hi and welcome to this month's Kay and Burton Market Report. I'm Ibellini and this report is brought to you by Kay and Burton and Dr. Andrew Wilson from My Housing Market. Melbourne's hot home auction market predictably eased over April, with a record-breaking start to the year, moderated by the usual lengthy distractions of the Easter break, school holidays and the unofficial Anzac Day long weekend. Despite distracted buyers and sellers, the Melbourne market reported more boom time results over the month, although marginally lower than the red-hot clearance rates recorded over March. Melbourne recorded a weekend auction clearance rate of 79.2% over April, which was lower than the 82.4% reported over the previous month and significantly higher than the 29.1% coronavirus-impacted result recorded over April last year. Despite falling over the month, Melbourne's April weekend auction clearance rate remained one of the highest on record for that month and the highest recorded since 2017. Impacted significantly by holidays, Melbourne auction numbers fell sharply over April, with only 2,833 listed compared to 4,093 over the previous month. Melbourne recorded a median weekend auction price for houses over $970,000 over April, which was 4.9% lower than the $1.02 million recorded over March, but 19.4% higher than the $812,500 recorded over April last year. April sales turnover of more than $1.6 billion was an annual increase of 296.9%, reflecting the impact of last year's April COVID lockdowns. Melbourne's Outer East and Inner South regions continue to report the highest regional monthly auction clearance rates, with lower rates in the Inner East, reflecting typically the particular impact of holidays on that region. All Melbourne regions continue to report strong annual median auction prices growth for houses for April. Although impacted by April holidays, Melbourne's premium inner suburban auction markets have continued to report strong clearance rates from fewer auction numbers compared to March. High clearance rates over April 2021 continue to push prices generally higher in premium areas compared to April 2020. The usual significant holiday distractions over April have predictably acted to ease Melbourne auction clearance rates over the month, down from the record results reported over the previous month. Although notably fewer buyers and sellers were active in auction markets over the month, clearance rates remained at boom time levels, with record level results the highest for the month since April 2017. Melbourne's higher-priced inner suburban housing markets were particularly influenced by April holiday breaks, but clearance rates nonetheless remained well in favour of sellers in those areas. Melbourne home prices continue to soar, reflecting strong buyer competition for available properties with price levels now well above those recorded a year ago. The COVID shutdowns of last year, however, will clearly impact year-on-year comparisons with reference to home prices, sale and listings volumes. Following the lengthy April holiday distractions, auction numbers will now rise through May until the quieter winter market commences following the Queen's Birthday long weekend holiday in June. Although clearance rates will likely ease from the record levels reported to start the year, results will nonetheless continue to reflect demand well ahead of supply, with strong to solid prices growth as a consequence to continue through 2021. The Mornington Peninsula produced another boom time clearance rate over April, despite the usual flood of holiday listings. The monthly rate of 90.8% was well ahead of the total Melbourne April result of 79.2% and also higher than the 88.9% recorded by the Peninsula over March. The Mornington Peninsula recorded a median price for houses sold at auction over April of $1.03 million, which was lower than the $1.04+ million recorded over the previous month. Rosebud was again the most popular auction suburb in the peninsula over April, with 15 reported weekend listings for a clearance rate of 93.3% and a median auction price for houses of $817,000. Thank you for watching this month's Kay and Burton Market Report. We look forward to seeing you next month.